can shake the whole body. Now step out to a wider stance and we'll loosen up the weights. Feel like your feet are glued to the floor. The waist is relaxed. And the upper body is light and follows where the waist leads it. Now, bring your feet together. We'll loosen up the knees. Now we're loosening up the knees, yeah. So, advice for the fall season. As you already realize, I'm sure, the temperatures are changing, particularly in morning and evening, so you need to dress appropriately in layers so that you're not too hot in the middle of the day when it can get up to be 70 or 80 degrees. Change direction. And because the air is drier in the fall, you need to drink plenty of water to keep your body hydrated, keep the lungs moist, and to keep the mucous membranes moist. Because the viruses find the dry mucous membranes more hospitable than the properly moist ones. Now, the ankles. We need to guard against sadness and depression taking root. And those people who are affected by grief need to be particularly careful because grief depresses the immune system. Wow, we have a really good turnout today. So although it's normal to have ups and downs in your spirit, be sure that you find reasons to re-elevate your spirit to counter the occasional, should I say occasional downs? The more than occasional downs these days. Okay, change direction. Now the other foot. Further advice for autumn is also to sort out your life and let go of the things that really aren't important. Sometimes in the activity of summer, we accumulate a lot of things in our lives that when we come to the growing yin time of fall, we need to sort out and prioritize what's really important. And I hope when you're sorting out what's really important, you'll put the Tai Chi and Qigong on that list. Taking care of yourself is really important. I'll check the waiting room again. And now we will go to energy cleansing. Put the feet about hip width apart, toes pointed straight ahead. Using return to childhood breathing, gently expanding the abdomen as we inhale, gently pushing down on the perineum, gently contracting the abdomen as we exhale, gently lifting the perineum. Using about 70 to 80% of our lung capacity, the breathing is deep but still relaxed. Arms hang relaxed by our sides. Bring your mind inside your body. Pay attention to aligning your posture, relaxing your muscles, and relaxing your breath. And if your mind wanders away from your body, gently bring it back. Don't get upset, just gently bring it back. You can check waiting room again. No, we're good, okay. Now, as you inhale, move your arms out to your sides. Gather the healing chi that surrounds us, which you should take from whatever source fits your religion or philosophy. And as you exhale, bring the healing energy in through the Baihui gate at the top of your head and bring it down through your body. Layer by layer, will be fresh energy flushing out stale energy, pain and illness, stress and tension, negative emotions, flushing them all the way down to the bottoms of your feet and out into the depths of the earth. And again, inhale, gather the chi. And exhale, bring it in and down. Again, inch by inch, visualize the fresh chi flowing through every cell in your body. Cleansing and healing. All the way down to the bottoms of your feet. And out into the earth. And once again, inhale and gather the chi. Exhale, bring it down inch by inch through every cell in your body. Feel the fresh energy healing and revitalizing all the way down to the bottoms of your feet and out into the earth. Relax your arms by your sides and relax your whole body from head to toe. Relax your scalp and forehead, eyes, ears, and nose. Relax your cheeks and jaw. Neck and throat. Relax your upper back and shoulders. Relax middle back and chest. And can you feel? Relax the heart, relax the lungs. Relax your diaphragm, the liver. Relax the liver, stomach, and spleen. Relax your lower back and buttocks. Large and small intestines relax. Relax your hip joints, thighs, knees, calves and shins, ankles, feet, and toes, all relax. Relax your shoulder joints, biceps and triceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers, all relax. Swallow your saliva and follow it with your mind down to your lower dantian. Okay. So relax the body so we can get the chi to flow. When the chi flows, that's the key to health. When we can avoid chi stagnation and allow the chi to move and balance itself, your health will be good naturally. Now, on Thursday mornings, we've been doing the lung qigong, and there's something new. I've modified couple of the White Crane Flying Gong movements to adapt them for lung qigong. Now, when we've done White Crane, normally as White Crane Soft Qigong, I always point out that when we get to the flying patterns, there's no yin and yang, okay? So you can breathe in either direction. But if we're working on the lungs, particularly if we want to air out the unused portions of the lungs or the lesser used portions of the lungs, we should inhale when we expand the lungs and then exhale. Okay? So if we look at the lungs, we have the bronchial tubes in the front middle of the lungs. That means that the lesser used portions of the lungs will be the top, the back, and the bottom. So in order to eliminate stagnant chi in the lungs and revitalize all the little, what do you call those little sacs in the lungs that where the oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged, we want to get the chi to flow, so of course we can remove any toxic substances and help combat any taking root of virus that might happen. So, to get the top of the lungs, we have a left and right flying. So if you inhale as the arms go up, and as your lungs fill, you'll be able to feel the air coming into the very top of the lungs. So left and right flying, done slowly in coordination with long, slow, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. So very relaxed movements. When I drop my arms, I really just kind of let them go. And propelling the arms upward is assisted by a wave that starts in the bottoms of the feet and comes up to the top of the chest. In and out. I hope that you all are regularly visiting our YouTube channel. I put new stuff up there every week. And I've got I think 3 different classes that I've recorded that primarily geared to lung health and combating the virus. And they're not, they are all somewhat different. Perhaps not completely different, but there's some variety, a good amount of variety. So in White Crane Qigong, White Crane Flying Gong, we only stay in the extreme position for a minute or 2. So now we'll work our way down. And we're going to go to a single wing left and right flying. And the single wing left and right flying will look like this. So this is inhale. Now, as if you inhale with your wing up here, those palms facing up, you can feel the air go into the upper left upper side of the left lung if you got your left hand up. Okay? And so we give a little bit deeper airing out when we do the single wing. So here we go. Keep the other arm alive. We just say don't leave it like limp by your side, because that that gives you a partially dormant chi body. We want to keep the other arm alive. So it will move, but not as much as the wing that we're working on. Inhale, exhale, in and out, in. So I'm going to lay my whole arm all the way over here and out, in and out. You know, when you take pharmaceuticals and some other treatments, there are side effects. So, reading a book on Qigong by Dr. Kuhn, so, she has several books online in a press and they're all good. She talks about Qigong having side benefits rather than side effects. So a side benefit here is, of course, what this is doing for your shoulder and your rotator cuff. Okay, gradually we'll reduce the size of the movements of the left wing and we'll bring the right wing into action. Inhale up, of course, all the way over the head. Feel this. Now, a reminder, which may be unnecessary, but I don't want to take any chances. When you're doing the lung qigong, you want to be in an area that has good, clean air. And I'm not outside because it's still the pollen season for me, but you want to be sure. And also, you know, you're with people that you're confident are not carrying illness, flu or virus. Because we're breathing very deeply and you want to have the clean air breathing in. Gradually now, we'll reduce the size of the movements. Now when I do White Crane, I say, even as the movements get smaller and smaller, remember that the whole body is connected. So there's another side benefit, of course. You connect the body from your feet to your wingtips, improving your coordination and your chi circulation. So that's the top of the lungs. Now the back of the lungs. So the back. I forgot to explain why this works. Okay, so when we're doing this, we're lifting up here. In the area of the diaphragm, we're lifting up. So this area down here is tense. This area up here is relaxed. The air goes into the area of the lungs, so it's relaxed. When we do the back here, we do straight backwards flying, double wing. The front of the chest and the lungs is tense. The back is relaxed, so the air goes in the back of the lungs. So feel it. As you complete your inhalation, you'll feel the air filling the back of your lungs. So we'll be airing out the back, and that's the reason that it works. So Master Young always emphasize, you need to know why the Qigong works. And that makes you an empowered practitioner of Qigong. So now, straight backwards, double wing fly. Inhale, exhale. In and out. Side benefit. You may get a few adjustments in your spine, free of charge. Notice we have two arcs, one starting in the bottoms of the feet with everything connected up to the tops of the chest, and then one going from wingtip to wingtip, horizontally. We go to shoulder height, and that's as high as we go. Another benefit from this exercise is, of course, combating aging. One of the very common things that happens to us as we age is we start to breathe more shallowly. And that means less oxygen taken into the body and less efficient expulsion of carbon dioxide waste. Less oxygen in the body and the bloodstream means less oxygen to the brain. So brain function can deteriorate. It means also less oxygen to the skin. So the skin begins to age, we would say prematurely, because it doesn't have to be that way. And so getting more oxygen in helps combat the virus, but also helps gradually reduce the size of the movements. Also helps to combat premature aging. Okay, so straight backwards flying, double wing. Now, single wing, straight backwards flying. So if I do this, where does the air go? The air's going out here to the back and side of the lungs, okay? So, single wing. Again, keep the other wing alive, so you have a complete unified chi body. So we'll start with, I'm starting with my left, but it doesn't matter which you start with. Single wing, straight backwards flying. Inhale, exhale. In, out. Okay. Gradually reduce the size of the wing movements and transition to the other wing. Inhale back, exhale front. You'll also remember that when we're exercising the shoulder and arms, we're also improving the chi flow in the three yin channels that run down the arms. There's heart, pericardium, and lung channel. So the heart and the pericardium benefit from this. And gradually reduce the size of the movements. And we'll come to a stop. On Tuesday, we talked about the Qigong method of healing arthritis and injuries in joints or other problems in the body, as a matter of fact, by breathing in and out of the affected area. So, breathing in and out means not just to imagine that you are actually breathing in and out, but that you are sending the qi in and out of the affected area. And in order to do that, you put your mind deeply into the affected area. So, you need mental concentration. But say if I have a sore wrist, I put my mind deeply into the wrist and imagine breathing in and out of it. Also coordinate with gentle movement. So that's another principle of Qigong healing, to lead the qi, fresh qi, into the area that's ailing and to breathe out stale qi, pain and illness. It's a little bit more mentally active, a little bit more mental involvement than the energy cleansing. So, one of the ways we can do this is with the posture, embrace the moon on the chest. And the way we'll do this is, as we do embrace the moon on the chest, we'll breathe in the healing qi through the byway gate at the top of the head. And we'll breathe it down into whatever place in the body you believe is ailing. So for example, if you felt your liver was hot, stiff, or heavy, you might breathe into your liver. And as you exhale, you breathe out from your liver and out the bottom of your empty foot into the earth. So when you breathe in, the mind is in the liver. When you breathe out, the mind is underneath the empty foot. So this brings the energy into a specific place. If you don't have any place, lucky you, that you think you need to do that with, you can just breathe into your lower dantian to refresh the place where the qi is stored. Okay. So healing heavenly qi, coming in through by way, going down to whatever place ails you. It means pancreas. You could be a shoulder or a knee or a hip joint, lower back even. And then breathing out the pain and illness and everything unwanted out the bottoms of the empty foot. Now when you do something like this, if you have a pet, be careful that the pet isn't downrange of your breathing out. Okay, so sometimes the pets like to come and lay down at your feet when you're doing Qigong. So just kind of encourage them to move away a little bit as you do this part, because you don't want them to absorb the stuff you're trying to get rid of. So embrace the moon on the chest. All the weight's on the foundation foot, and the ball of the empty foot is just touching down lightly to help you keep your balance. Shoulders are down and relaxed, and you hold your arms as though you were holding the moon on the chest. Well, not the whole big moon, but a big ball. Okay. Inhale through by way. Bring the energy down to a place that needs healing. Maybe you have a little bit of irritation in your stomach from taking too much ibuprofen. So breathe into there and then breathe out the pain and illness at the bottom of your empty foot. It's okay to close your eyes if your balance is okay. If you can stand stably with eyes closed. Inhale to the ailing area. Exhale out the bottom of the empty foot. Long, slow, deep, even breaths. You might imagine that you're standing in water and you have a ball under each elbow floating in the water and holding up your arms. So it takes no effort to hold your arms up. And now switch to the other leg. Now if you have a knee or an ankle that needs healing, it's easiest to do it if it's on the empty leg. Switch to even stance and gradually lower your arms. I thought there was maybe a fly on my head, but it turned out it was a drop of sweat. Brings two things to mind. One is that when you feel cold or flu coming on, the Qigong recommendation is do Qigong till you sweat. So why? Because the lungs govern the skin and the pores. So if we open the pores and sweat, we can enhance the guardian Qi. We could also eliminate pernicious external influences that have penetrated the body. So that's advice I've seen in several different places. Do Qigong till you sweat. Second thing is about a fly landing on your head. They said of Yang Cheng Fu that a fly could not land on him without setting him in motion. That his sensitivity was so great that it's like a fly lands on him. He's in motion, right? The other saying about his sensitivity was he had a sparrow in his hand. Every time the sparrow tried to take off, Yang Cheng Fu reacted to the pressure of the sparrow's feet pressing down to lift him into the air, and he yielded, and the sparrow could not take off. He was so sensitive. So, yeah, that's what happened if your Qi is strong. You have great sensitivity. Let's finish up with some more White Crane, but this time in normal White Crane mode. So, swimming octopus, good for your wrists. So I say normal White Crane mode, that means there's no yin and yang in this one. You can inhale this way and exhale this way, or do the opposite. Remember, for injury or arthritis, keep the movement soft and gentle. If your joints are in good shape and you want to strengthen it, then you can put more muscular force into it. But if you use a lot of muscular force when you have arthritis, you make the arthritis worse. You irritate the joint. Again, the whole body is connected in the movements. So even though this is primarily for the wrists, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. Now, if you were sitting down, yeah, you wouldn't be able to start the movement in your feet. You'd have to start it in your hips, but it'd still connect what you could move. Downward dropping. Inhale. This has a yin and yang to it because of martial application. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. In and out. In and out. Okay, it's called downward dropping. And one of my favorites is sideways spreading. So sideways spreading has a yin and yang to it as well. So it goes like this, upward spreading. Inhale. Exhale. Downward spreading. Inhale. Exhale. And if you'll forgive my back for being a little stiff still, in and out. In and out. And now, up and down spreading. So, in, out, in, out. One more round. Let's do some rocking White Crane Qigong. So one of the patterns we haven't done yet today is the forward and backward flying like this. And so let's try this double wing forward and backward flying. No yin and yang, so you can inhale this way, which brings the air to the back of the lungs, or do the opposite. Not quite the best lumbar movement, but kind of get the idea, I hope. Now, step 1 foot forward and rock. So, stepping backwards with the movement of the arms. Step to center, step back, turn your waist and turn your front foot so the toes point straight ahead or slightly to the inside, straight ahead. Okay? Moving forward with the weight back. Turn the waist, turn the front foot out 45 degrees. As the arms come forward, step to center, step out. let's do some walking. Stepping forward. Turn waist, turn foot out, step to center, step out. Step forward. Step forward. Step backwards. Step backwards. Step backwards. Step backwards. Forward. 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 Backward. 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 Okay. So let's end with a couple of minutes of Wuji, returning the Qi to the Dantian. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Place your hands on the lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel, palms facing inward. Place your mind in the center of your lower abdomen on a level about 2 inches below your navel. Use return to childhood breathing. Breathe in and out. As you hold your mind steadily in the real lower dantian. Okay. Well, thank you all for coming this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Do we have any questions on anything we covered today? The Embrace the Moon on the chest, this is part of the balance training. So as well as the healing, you're training your balance and strengthening your legs and roots. So keep that in mind, another side benefit of the Qigong exercise. So it's nice when you can think of ways that the treatment is helping you rather than ways in which the treatment might be causing you more and different problems.
Do you know how long we kept our hands up like this?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes.
That's all? That sounds like 10 minutes.
Oh,
I know.
the old masters would say, do for 1 hour. Actually, it's a very good exercise to do. It's very good for your immune system and for strengthening your lower back. And yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah.
You mentioned something about an hour. What was that?
Well, there's a phenomenon I used to joke about when we were into school, that I'd say, you were doing the embrace the moon on the chest, and I'd be looking at the clock, and sometimes it would seem as though the clock was ticking backwards. So, yeah, but it's good for you. I mean, it's very fundamental training. It's it's eat your broccoli training, but it's good for you. Or
Okay,
eat.
so I'll practice them 2 minutes a day. Maybe
And
I'll get used to it.
so if you want to work on balance, then
Okay.
as you're doing this, lift the leg.